Oh, Joe, I'd like to purchase the vacant land that you have on Dixie Highway listed for sale. It's across the street from Starbucks. It's got Costco in the background. It's next to Midas. I was looking at this property. A friend of mine, Brennan, sent this property to me and he said, Luke, you're going to know who goes on this property. And he comes to me because it's data. We love doing data together and looking at data for real estate projects. I like to study vacant land and figure out what tenant goes with that land based on the data that's happening there. I hired your brokerage house to sell a property of mine in the past. And that property is at the corner of Sutter and Glenore, close to the Michigan border, part of Toledo. And there's a Rite Aid there at the corner, and next to that good chunk of land, the I-75 goes right by it. So you get a bunch of traffic, a bunch of views, or a bunch of traffic into that intersection. I put that land up for sale with one of the brokers from your brokerage house a couple of years ago. And one of the tenants that wanted to work on that property is the same tenant. We didn't end up doing a deal on that property, but they sent me an LOI. We signed an LOI on it, and the particular franchisee fell apart. But I started working with the bigger brand there and other franchisees on other properties, and I had to know a lot more about them. But come full circle, we've got your property here. I think they would be a perfect fit to this property here. And I would like to go to them and say, let's copy other deals. Look at the traffic here. Look how many people are visiting the different coffee shops in the area. Look at how many people are visiting the different restaurants in the area. Look at who's visiting the Costco. Look at where else they're going. They live around here because they're frequenting these shops the most, but they're working or they're visiting or they're traveling to other places and they're visiting other shops there that ought to be here. And I think we can take that specific brand from that other property in town that I had in the past that one of your other brokers sold for me and put them with this property. But at the same time, I'd like to present it to other tenants that I think would fit this property really well too and say, let's use this one, put them against each other so you can pay the most, the fastest, and make it happen. I would like to build a business case scenario for each one of those tenants, specifically customized to them, that shows how much business they should do on this property with what's going on in this area and the data that I have. I can piece that together and offer them the finance to build it for them and put it together and make it really easy for them to add a new revenue stream to their business by taking on this property. It's not a liability of stuff they have to spend time and money on and pick stuff and make happen. If I present it and offer it to them in the right way, it makes it a lot easier for them to get it done. So that's what I would like to do with your property. I'd like to offer to those tenants that I like to work with, that I've done this before with. So if you're open for that kind of offer, please take a look at my offer along with proof of funds to show that I'm ready to pay for it. As soon as I get one of those tenants to say, yes, Luke, let's do it again, I'll be right back to you saying, how fast can we close? Let's close this. Let's close it. And I'll go run it out with them and go make it happen with them from then. If you're interested in more about this data approach to real estate, you could go to the link in the description below. It's free. We share. I do these live sessions. Check out the calendar, sign into those live sessions. You can sit in the back and just listen. You could be up front asking questions. You could teach, and we could learn from your deals. The audience and the crowd might have something to share and teach, and I might as well, how we can make them even better going forward and do more of them in lots of different ways. So if you like the collaborative approach to these high traffic retail properties, feel free to jump into that community and add your 2 cents, right? You much appreciate it. If you're interested in owning these properties, as I got tenants put together and the tenants with land or the tenants with vacant building going in to make it a pregnant building and a cash flow and asset going forward, let me know. I've got a bunch of different ones in the pipeline, different phases of the pipeline that I'd like to hand off as they're ready to go and recapitalize. I'd like to recapitalize, be able to make more offers like this and do more properties like this going forward. So if you're interested in that, feel free to look me up on my website, ruralvacantland.com. There you can see my contact information. You can reach out to me and we can talk about different deals going forward. If you go dig around on that website, you can see a couple thousand plus properties that trade over time there as well. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.